Hi. I'm not into this whole glow up era thing. However, I love a good system. Although I think it's always good to strive to become a better person, to feel more confident, to feel more pretty, to feel more put together in life. When I see all this glow up type of content, it personally doesn't fit me. It's just that the image that I see makes me feel like we're glowing up towards an image that is not really me. I also don't think we should all start leaving one mold to fit into another. That's the vibe it's giving me. Instead, I'm rather into building system. In my job as a project manager, I realized that the tools, techniques, and methods that I use to bring projects to life at work could be actually implemented into my real life. It will help me to show up for myself more consistently without the burnout, without the guesswork, and consistently restarting my routine as a reset. Basically, a well-timed serum means nothing if your routine is crashing after the first week of the quarter. If we look at this more closely, most of us are operating more on vibes, which means we are looking for this spa-like feeling. We want to have all the feels. We want to be inspired, scrolling for ideas, screenshotting tips, and buying products. And then we forget where we put them, both in our minds, but also physically when we buy the product. And the consequences of that is how we feel. This overwhelm with the information overload or the content overload. When we start strong on a Monday, but then fall short already on Wednesday. Also the feeling of feeling behind because our routines and our lifestyle isn't aesthetic enough. And I'm not even mentioning the feeling of guilt when we skip a routine or we fall short or we don't want to and we feel actually lazy. And in reality, it's not even that. We just lack the structure and the priorities. So this isn't a motivational problem. It's an operational one. Okay, so let me get into the nitty-gritty and give you some project management concepts. I'll focus on 4 major ones today, but there are many more. First is the outcome. Every project has an outcome, which is basically the goal, the things that we want to achieve. It's measurable. We can see it, we can feel it. It's something you can clearly see. This is the goal. You can think of feeling more confident, have clearer skin, have longer hair. These are all visible and measurable outcomes. Next, we have the milestones. We can say that they are like mini goals or the goals along the way to achieve the big ones, and they will indicate the progress. Let's say you want to grow your hair and you want to do a 30-day challenge with a specific method. Achieving this challenge is a milestone. It's not a big outcome, but you did something that will help you move forward and you did it to completion. I think we're all more wired now towards short-term gratification. So milestones can be very helpful if you're achieving something in the long run, especially in beauty and lifestyle. Things take time, but in the meantime, there should be some little goals you can celebrate that helps you feel motivated and keeps you going. Then we have the task, the thing that we need to do to achieve either the milestone or the end goal in general. Tasks are usually recurrent, but they are also one-time tasks, and you can think of it as the routine. Then we have the reviews. Some moments we come and sit down and think about what we have been doing. Is it helping us achieve or move forward, or are they not? This can be a Sunday reset time or journaling moment, something you can look at what you have been doing during the week, the month, or even the quarter over the year, just to review and see what you have been doing and correct the course if needs to be. These are my 4 concepts. I will add a 5th one. It's not a standalone concept. It's one that is present everywhere, which are the deadlines. Time needs to be allocated everywhere. If you want the desired outcome, it's best to have a deadline for it, to just know, okay, by when do I want to see this goal? I also want to set times where I want to see those milestones achieved. They can of course be moved, but they are also tied to time. Tasks are time to time, or these have schedules. And so time is like a very important factor. And I think in our lives, we don't attach time or blocks of time for our goals, but we do that in project management all the time. This sounds very structured, and I think one of the best parts of living in Germany and working in Germany is that Germans love the details, and this has made me love details as much. It has helped me and also forced me not to only hope or wish for desired outcome, but actually break it down and set a plan for it. And I thought, okay, why not do it also for my own life? But let's be real, if it were that easy, everybody would be doing it and we would not even be having this conversation. The gap between the vision board goals and the Monday mornings or the weeks are real, and the gap can seem sometimes so big that we think we can never achieve it, especially if you have a full-time job, juggling kids, I have a pet, family, friends, social life. A lot of things are going on in our lives on a daily basis, so we have to take into consideration the environment and the life we live in. And I also know for a lot of us, the fact that we are talking about system and structure means that we are not flexible, we are constricted into a certain time frame and stuff like that. But trust me, this is what gives you freedom. Often what we think is isn't. It's not about controlling every hour. It's about freeing up your brain so you don't feel constantly behind on yourself. All right, so let's try it. Let's put these concepts into a real objective, a real plan, and see how it could look. Let's try with a desired outcome that I think is fitting, but one that I have also tried, so I can give you actually a real example. So I've written it all down. So desired outcome would be evening out your body skin tone and having a smooth texture by July, which would be like a 90-day project or outcome goal, whatever you want to say it. The milestone I had, and I still have because I reset this project quite often, and now it's again 90 days before summer, so I'm actually restarting my own project here. Since it's 3 months, I need 3 visits at the beautician. I get my hair removed with sugar and wax, so I go once a month, and these are my milestones. If I go there, if I don't miss my appointment, yay, and I feel actually very good. And when I leave the beautician, I have 5 milestones in that project of 3 months, and the second one will be my skin feeling softer than before. Like when I touch my skin, the feeling of it being softer is a milestone for me. Noticing the first marks that are fading. So the more you look yourself into the mirror, it's a nice feeling to see like, oh, it's fading and it's like the progress is here. And the last one will be ease and implementation of the tasks. So if the tasks that I'm doing regularly feel more easy to make, it is also a milestone for me. Side note here, I don't have deadlines in these milestones. As you can see, I have more milestones that are linked to a feeling. This can also be the ones with the beautician, they have like a deadline because it's every month. But for the rest, I just want to mention it's also okay not to have a deadline for every kind of milestone. It can also be a feeling, especially when we are implementing everything into a real life beauty project. So often it's about feelings as well. Then let's move into the tasks. Here I have a daily moisturizing and nourishing body wash routine, which is like washing your body every day. And I will exfoliate my skin twice a week. Then I will have 1 body mask a week. So I have to look into my week and then spread the tasks. So daily wash, it's easy, it's a daily thing. But then my exfoliation, I will do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, let's say that. And my body mask will be on a Sunday. So these are my days, and I can move them every now and then. But let me set that structure so that I know that this is where I will do the tasks that I want to do to achieve my goal. So since we're applying project management concepts into beauty, I added like one concept of tools and resources. This is something I didn't mention before, but I want to mention it in this project specifically because it makes it look more real and more doable. So let's look at the tools that we need to achieve this goal. First will be for ease of implementation, we will set weekly post-its in the bathroom. So usually I have my Notion tracker and I build a whole system to track it digitally. But if we want to just get started, and I think to just share this project for you, I thought, okay, let's just add post-its, cue cards, and something you can just stick on a wall in your bathroom. It's an easy way to just track a project. Just tick it off every day and that's it. Then I will need a body exfoliant, a body mask, and a moisturizer. The shower gel, it's obvious, right? We all have a shower gel. And that's all for the tools. I'm not trying to complicate things. I just want to get started and get things done. By the way, for beginners, I would add setting the appointments for the beautician. I have my recurrent tasks, or when my beautician, she schedules every 4 weeks into my calendar, so I don't actually have to do anything. However, if you're a beginner, just maybe add that as a task as well. Then lastly are the review times. I added like Sunday check-in, how do I feel? Like if I see my post-it, I would just have to swap it for the next week. So while I'm swapping it, I will just think of how I feel. Have I checked everything? What happened? Just to review the week a little bit and then set the new one for the next week. And then since it's a 90-day project, it's 3 months, I will have like a review each month and see how I'm moving forward. Am I achieving my milestones, especially if they are feeling ones? How do I feel? Do I see marks fade? Do I feel more confident? Can I wear tank tops and open just my arms and feel happy? And there you have it. I technically didn't change my whole routine. I just set up a system and create a system that makes sense to you, that fits your schedule and your goals and your lifestyle. Don't just do a routine or a plan because that's how it's supposed to look or that's what others do. Allow yourself to create a system that is so authentic to you, that fits all the meetings that you have, all the kids or dogs or everything that you need to do, and that is so you that people ask you how you do it. So if this speaks to you, if you ever tried the 10-step beauty routine and failed after 2 days, let me know in the comments. But also if you watched until now, let me know, how do you think your routine or lifestyle would change if you would actually implement systems to it. All right, that's all for me today. Next week, I'll be showing exactly how I'm implementing all these in my real life and how I'm managing all my routines with a full-time job. So hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed to see that next week. And I wish you a wonderful day. See you soon. Mwah. Bye.